Hello everyone, welcome to an FPV Inside Look. Today we're going to be taking a look at FPV Backpacks. Now I did snowboard events for 20 years and worked pretty closely with dakine. And over the years I've seen some really good innovation in a simple carrying pack. This is the Elechawk FPV Backpack, and I'm going to break down what I do and don't like about this and then go into some other backpacks that are doing things right. So, let's get into it. When you first get this backpack, it has a strap on the top to hold your drone. Now these other two straps I had to put on myself because it only came with one strap and I knew I wanted to carry more drones. The problem was they had already put this strap right here smack dab in the middle of the flap, and I would have much rather stagger my straps to hold my quad so I could spread them out and make sure I can fit more on here. You do have the potential to put them on the side, but you may actually hit the propellers with your shoulders and arms as you're walking. Now this backpack does carry a fair amount of goodies, and so I'll pull out everything I have right now. And there you have it. So as you can see, I was able to fit all of this, lots of batteries in there because batteries are important. Tyrannus controllers are getting smaller, but a lot of us are still running something like the QX7 or the X9D, and they're big, so you need space for that. I like to carry my goggles in their case in my pack to help keep them protected. And then of course, gotta have spare props, some tools like prop wrenches. I carry field battery chargers, extra antennas in case I feel like doing long range instead. And that's kind of where a lot of my problems with this backpack end up being. There's no Velcro on the bottom, so if you were to put some tools in there just loosely, they can fall right through the bottom as you go. Now this backpack came with these red flaps, and they're all Velcro, but the problem is the Velcro is only on the side. There's no Velcro on the bottom to prevent things from shifting around. I also had to put my batteries on the bottom of the pack because of the weight issue. I was trying to keep my controller down there with my batteries up the side, but the batteries are just too heavy, and without the Velcro on the bottom, they just slip around. This backpack is not really an FPV backpack. This is a camera backpack that they just slapped a strap on the front. As you can see here, with my other camera backpack, it's the same thing, but this one actually has Velcro on the bottom to prevent things from sliding around. This backpack is around $50 or $60 from Amazon, and it'll work good for most people that may not carry as much as me, or if you're more of a micro pilot that fly 3-inch or tiny whoops or micros. It might work for you if you have a smaller controller, if you're not carrying such heavy backpacks. But the whole reason of having a backpack with dividers is to keep things separate. And this backpack's just not doing that. It's good for some day trips or anything. However, my old backpack was a dakine backpack. And as you can see, it's pretty beefy. The walls are nice and thick padding because I have some sensitive equipment here and I want to keep it safe. Although I'm not going to be throwing it around. You never know if it's going to accidentally fall out of your truck or wherever you're going, or if somebody else is going to pick it up or move it or throw it around. You want things protected, and nice padded sides are definitely worth it. Also, the Velcro is strapped on the bottom to help prevent things from sliding around. As you can see with this, even if those were strapped in, something can still get underneath. A couple other things that I like from this backpack is it came with some straps to just strap a chair, tripod, anything else to. It does have a second pouch back here, and I really think it's important to have a front and back pouch for whatever extras, like, there you go, carry one of those with you in case you want to take off and not get your stuff dirty. These straps were only about $15, I believe, on Amazon, and so you can put these on any backpack. All you have to do is poke a hole in it and then put the screws in it. So you could essentially buy a cheap camera bag and then just make it an FPV bag like this guy did by putting some drone straps on it. Other things I'm not too fond on are the mesh side pouch. I think it's good to have a water bottle and have mesh there, but this is too thin and this stuff just breaks. I live in the mountains and I put my pack down on some twigs and sticks and it can cut that. What I like to see is just a thicker mesh, like the kind did here. This is actually a cool feature. It's a pouch that folds up and then it'll open into a mesh. But the point is that it's a thicker weave and it's not as fragile, not to mention the bottom is actually a material so that can't break either. Again, I like to have multiple flaps. This backpack is just a generic skateboard, snowboard backpack. But you can kind of see what I'm getting at with the functionality and keeping your quad parts separated while you're traveling and hiking, so when you get to the field, you pull everything out and it's ready to go. These backpacks come in all shapes and sizes, and it comes down to how much you're going to be cramming in there and your budget. If you want to go into the high-end backpacks, there are some really good ones out there from Torvol, Low Pro, Betaflight, ethix, and these range in the $100 to up to $200 range. But what you get with those backpacks is a dedicated pouch for batteries, or your goggles, or even a hard case for your controller to slide into. Hopefully the information provided in the video will help you decide what you're going to be buying next time you go out for a backpack for your FPV adventures. Thanks again for watching. Keep ripping packs.